Hello, everyone. We're getting set up. Please stand by. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe and double tap on the live stream there if you're on mobile. Or let's give you a better shot there, a greater shot. There you go. All right, everybody. I hope y'all doing fine out there. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. We have the team, and let's just see what's going on. Our two buddies right now, we waiting on batteries to come in for them. Ooh, well, these right here. All right, there, Londa T. We appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in, and everybody out there. Don't forget to double tap on the screen for the like there, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Now, we have a little conversation gonna go on. Okay, we getting everything prepared for you. But these right here, we're gonna start with these two right here. And the issue is battery. Now, the blue one, I think it's about over 5 years old. The black one is about 2 to 3 years old. Bought batteries for them and extra batteries, but uh, you run them just like anything else. They run out. So that's what we're waiting on them. Been doing some work and trying to get them together and getting ready to come up with a new here for the big cars to run since the small ones on standby. Skill tracks and trail finders. Now, as you can see, the Ford right there is ready to do its thing. And we got the trailer behind it. Let me get a better view for you. And of course, the crazy squirrel. We always get photo bomb, y'all. We got Winter and Thick Man. We got the Dodge Charger. We got the Chevy Camaro, the Ford F 450. We got Pee Wee and Shady in the Jeep. We have Fancy and we're gonna just say two man. He's a slash. He's an all around guy. Driving a Toyota Land Cruiser. Now we did a couple shorts with a little action, but we're gonna bring them in more action. All depending on y'all what y'all like out there. But no matter what, we just having fun, y'all. So we we ask y'all to just to take time out and have some fun. You know, a lot of stuff going on out here. Just head for your uh relaxed spot, your fun spot, and enjoy. Okay, that's where we at, y'all. Yep, enjoying the moment. Let's see. All right. We're going to go to command center here. Yes, my table is command center for today. This is the battery right here that I had to order for those two vehicles. And like I said, give me good running time on them, which is amazing. Now, the bigger vehicles, of course, is bigger batteries. And the batteries that I choose for those vehicles that are larger give me better running time than the regular battery that comes with it. So I upgrade the battery and the power. Now, about our little uh hello everyone, new people coming in. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Don't forget to double tap. You know, we have people uh from all over the world. We appreciate y'all so much. We just having a good time here. We just in our little favorite spot. You know, this is 1 hour location. We all over the place. So it's kind of, you know, how you like it. You know, some spots mimic other spots. So we appreciate you. Thank y'all so much. What's going on today? We have a couple shorts going to be coming out after this, but we're going to show you. You've been seeing this Ford Bronco right here in action, right? So that vehicle been around, I think, a few good years, way over 8. The newest one, I would say, it'd be that Dodge Charger and that black one right there. And those two, like I said, about 2 years old or something like that. But it's maintaining your vehicles, finding a location, or building a location. Sometimes it's hard to get to parks, and right now, so different areas. So you can build your own in your backyard, or the side of your house, front of your house, inside your house, depending on what size vehicles you have. Now, RC runs in multiple sizes. uh, they have bigger scales than this. It's a 110 scale. That's a 110 scale. That's a 110 scale. And a Camaro is a 110 scale. These here, I think that's a 112, right? Yeah, 112 scale. So as you can see, we have all different size RCs, and we have some even smaller Hot Wheel size. You know, it's fun. It's exciting to build your own set. When you can't go nowhere, you bring what you like to where you at. Yes. Now, we just have so much fun. If y'all check out some of the other videos, we appreciate y'all do. Um, you can see a lot of these vehicles in action. Yes, in action. Roll the beautiful footage. Yes. You can binge watch, we don't mind. Okay. So what's going on? We getting ready to go out on another adventure, y'all. And like I said, we had to try to modify it by the vehicles. Okay. Now we want one we can roll over everything and go everywhere. That will be the blue truck and the trailer. That's F450 dually by Sin. Or we go with the axle, axe. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. And that one there, you could just run over. It's not fast as that Ford truck. This one here mostly rock crawling and trail finding. This one is trail finding, a little rock crawling, and racing. Yeah, that's a race truck, y'all. It's fast. Like that's the three boys right there. They are fast and furious. Now our two little small ones over here, they got a little speed, but they ain't nowhere not fast as that. I changed the motor, but they're good rock crawlers. And trail finders. Yeah, you could take them on like on the park or the beach. Anywhere. That you it can run on the surface. We'll say it like that. Yeah. So our little place here, as you can see, the leaves is falling. Time you clean it up, you got to do it all over again. But once again, everybody, we appreciate y'all taking y'all time out and tuning in and seeing what we have coming up and what exciting. We also have car shows and driving shows where we just drive and we just see what's going on. And sometimes you just have to shake your head. Hmm. But in the RC world, they have a lot of tournaments be going on. Skill driving, trail riding, racing, um, what they call bashing. That's when they really putting like at skate parks and jumping over ramps. To refresh your mind, like the Dukes of Hazzard style. Uh huh. You know, like that. And me, I prefer. I get down a little bit with my vehicles. Like I said, I ran two in the ocean by accident, so that's a little bashing. By accident, y'all. But they floated very well, Then they worked real good, but I couldn't get enough water to clean everything out. That's what happened. So moving on to now, like I said, we'd use them for parts if we have to, if whatever we could salvage for parts, or we just use them there for don't do that again. Reminders, yeah. So as you can see, the Ford Dually, we had to work on the shocks and the server, which is the steering. That's the server, and still doing a little tweaking to it. So we hope it's not script because sometimes it works and sometimes it goes like I ain't moving. I'm like, okay, let's back up then. They say, okay, I move. So I'm gonna have to probably take that off and put the other server on there, or you know improvise. We have a lot of parts over here too. Now we only not only like to have fun with them, we also rebuild them and kit them up, you know, and just it's just little simple things. And with everybody in the RC trophy style, like it's the realistic of the vehicles, you know, putting people inside, putting stuff on top. That would be your trophies. The ornaments that you have on some vehicles come with some of the stuff. Then some of it you had to add to, like the gas tanks, the shovels, the little suitcases, the people inside the vehicle, you know. And the big one here, yeah, as you can see, I put a winch on the front, and that's for the GoPro on top. I'm gonna add a little top to it, but you can get a roof stack for it. And the Camaro, I don't know, I might put some fog lights on top like I did the truck there. You can add lights or different stuff to them. What they call modification. Yes. Now here at Central, we have all our different remotes for the vehicles that we're gonna be using today. Now, even though these vehicles are a little older, they got a lot of new vehicles. They still work the same way. Some of them have uh, upgraded, and the stuff that you want to upgrade these, some of them, the new ones out already have been upgraded, or you can take your old ones and upgrade it. Yeah, that's a good thing. Just how you want to go with your party. But this is our little place here, one of our little backyard builds. It always change over from a skill track, to a construction track, depending on what you feel like and what you want to do, and also your batteries. And most of the remote controls, some batteries last long and some of them don't. And the way to try to make sure that you can keep them lasting longer is to unplug them once you finish with them, and then or try to make sure you run the battery all the way down or close to down and charge them. Because some of them, if you run them all the way down, you need a supercharge to charge them up. And so it's kind of balanced line like that. So, you know, but if you run them hard, like I've been running these in different locations, that's why I say check out the video, y'all. We have a lot out there. You can binge watch. We don't mind. We appreciate y'all on that. So if you want to see these in action, they got more videos coming soon with these vehicles in action. And like I said, those two right there, they on standby. So what we're doing today is just really just chilling, getting ready for adventure, hopefully for later. We probably come back out live on the adventure. We don't know. We're gonna see how things go, But just out having fun. Who knows where we might pop up at? Might be on the mountainside. Might be in your backyard. you know. So, sometimes you have to think if you can't go nowhere, well, you bring what you want to do to where you at. Yeah, and that's what I did here. you know. And like some of those RC, I was saying earlier, some of those RCs shows that they have and skill tracks and stuff. They're very fun. You have to check them out. And realistic of vehicles. To give prizes out for the trophies and the realistic. Trying to make it look like a real vehicle. You know, whatever type of vehicle it may be, from construction to trail finding to racing, you know, whatever level that you're on there. And you'll see how people really, oh man, they put a lot into this because sometimes these bills can take up to a year, 2 years, a few months. And some kits you add on, depending on your time schedule, to do these things. You had to go to your hobby shops and try to find other spots. What they call aftermarket, just like a regular vehicle, aftermarket parts to fit. That means they're not from the person that who built them, but most of the people that build these, they do have parts to upgrade and stuff like that. But that's for certain vehicles. But you have to inquire on which vehicle that you would like. Now, whatever your situation or whatever you're interested in, like I said, you can make a big track or you can make a small track, or you can put it anywhere. Depending on how your vehicle is and what kind of space that you have. Now, here, over here on my other side over here, so we got a little spot going on there. This is our little set right here. Okay, our RC set. It changes up. So, like I said, we build and create different skills and try to make it look lifelike or similar to. We can put all the bells and whistles and stuff in it, but I like that. Uh, little rugged look. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be all fancy. I'm just a simple person. But if you like the fancy, go for it. I ain't mad at you. Shoot me a little shot with some of that fanciness. But I have little areas where I want to do and change up and light up, put some lights and different roads in so the vehicle can have a dirt section and it can also have a road section. But some of the older videos, I tried that, so it give me different ideas. What I matted the floor with what that is plywood and lifted up so it had a good running area. Then I just made bridges. I'll be making some crazy makeshift bridges, y'all. Yeah, I can make some real ones too. Yes, I can. But I just like to be doing this for skill because just say like you out on a trail with one of these vehicles like the Bronco or Rock Crawler or Trail Finder, and you come out to a little spot that you had to, it might be rig, shaky and stuff like that. So it's just basically taking your time and coordination, eye coordination, and knowing your RC vehicles, the limit and the tilt. Because sometimes you're gonna fall, it's gonna drop. That's natural. We they call them battle scars. Let me show you. Let me show you what I mean battle scars. I have a few battle scars on my vehicles. Okay. Now scratches there, scratches all in the back. That's little light ones. They didn't tumble down hills, down the side of a mountain. This one here really tried to do the Dukes of Hazzard and flipped over and scratched all the front up. Oh, the Ford truck there got some scratches. Camaro. These here lost some mirrors. That's what they call little trail finding uh, demo scratches and stuff like that. You're gonna have some nicks and scratches. So if you don't want your car or truck get all scratched up, don't bring it out to the trails and stuff like that. Or make your place a situation for your vehicles that it won't get tore up. But things do happen, y'all. And that's all a part of learning how to use these RCs. I'm still learning, and I've been doing this for a while because every year they get better. You know, new companies pop out, new realistic, what they call licensed vehicles. Okay, let's talk about the licensed vehicles. Those are all the ones that you see here are licensed vehicles. That Jeep Cherokee, licensed by Jeep Cherokee. Land Cruiser, licensed by Land Cruiser, Toyota. And Sin have that Ford Dually license. The Chevy Camaro, and that's by Lotus, I think it is, yeah. And that's licensed. Dodge Charger, that's licensed. Ford Bronco, licensed. Now they got a Jeep that's the that it's the offspring of this truck right here. Boy, if anything like this, you don't see too many of these, that Ford Bronco. But you see the Jeep version, but this one here, they didn't show a lot of them. So you had to search and find it. That's that Axle, XEXL or something like that, early edition. Y'all, I like the Jeep though. The Jeep is tight. And only thing that is different is the Jeep body. It's gonna have the doors and stuff like this, but some of this here you can close that up, and of course, just picture that as a Jeep. And even though sometimes people think it is a Jeep, but that's that Ford. That's the Jeep over there, the little blue one. But this one here, oh man, you talking about detail? Now this is so much detail on this one. This one here, all of the side compartments open. Doors don't open though, but on same company, but the doors open right there. That's the M80 uh, line. They got a whole bunch of them, and I have quite a few different. Um, uh, would you say distributors or RCs? You know, None of them ain't paying it, brother. But holler at it, brother. We could demo your cars out. Check them out, put them through the test. We got some some spots. We got some mountain spots for them. We got some racing spots for them. And I haven't did the bashers, but I can do a basher. I got some bashing spots for them. Some hill parks and side of cliffs and good jumping. Check us out. Shoot us line. We'll test your vehicles out. We'll put the test through them. This Pee Wee and Shady neighborhood. We're gonna run them down so we can see what they're about. Now these my groups are here and they've been with us. We got more. We have more. And they've been with us a long time. So it's depending on, every time you gotta turn around and buy a new RC, but you can always upgrade, fix yours up depending on what you like. Like that Toyota, I can upgrade the Toyota, I can upgrade the Jeep, I can put what they call metal parts on there. And let me show you, bring it to the table. The metal parts will be consistent. Wow. Like the drive shaft here, can mellow that out. The suspension right here, the suspension arms, the shocks, the front bar, the steering bar, the rear end, all this here. You can even change the rear end, you can change the front end, those stuff like that, even the motor sits inside of there. And like I said, you have compartments that open up, and I just dumped some stuff out there on the side there. That's pretty cool. And hold on. Fancy got something going on over there. We can't. Okay, we got Fancy and the two guy. Don't be embarrassed now. And we heard from the grapevine that we have some more gas tanks there too. Floor jacks, shovels. These are all the little different accessories. And the Jeep, I like this even more because of the doors open and the rear and the hatchback open. I like all the open and closed pieces. You with Pee Wee and Shady in there. Let's open the door. See, we got the door open. Close that door on back. Then back here by the trunk, we don't want to lose. We got the sleeping bag and stuff in there. Put that on back in there. But yeah. Now this one here, the floor jacks, we have that for the trailer. When we sit it down, the trailer have lights. That came in a kit. You could buy them in a kit or you could buy them already assembly. Most of the kits are a little cheaper, a lot cheaper. But you have to have the tools to deal with the kits. That's what you need. And always, if you can, down the line, buy you some extra batteries, because the batteries, like I said, do goes out on these vehicles, especially if you run them hard like I do. We put up a lot of videos, y'all. We've been running. If you look at these vehicles, you see they're very dependable for me. We appreciate y'all out there. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And we'll hopefully show you more stuff on these RCs. But we was talking about the batteries and purchasing extra battery durabilities of these RCs. Like I said, these vehicles been with us a good while. They've been everywhere, man. Yes, all of them. So, once again, is what you like. And with these right here, oh man, I just had so much fun. Oh man, trail finding, rock crawling, racing, and Dodge Charger right there is real fast. The Camaro is fast, and that truck is fast. And that's just straight factory. I haven't upgraded them into any more power. That's straight out the box. Man. And we have more talking about the assembly kits, the cheaper. Some of them come in kits that you can build yourself. Once again, you have to have the proper tools. Some of them you can purchase the tools when buying the kit, also from the manufacturer, or you can go to your Hobby Lobby or your hobby shop or craft shop and stuff like that. Some of them you need a small solder or uh, wiring, uh, different little things depending on what you need for the vehicle. And you can, like I said, put your little things in there. Find someone what you might want to do. Put lights underneath the bottom, lights on the inside, on the top. If they don't have like the Ford truck there. Um, they have kits for it. That's the older model. The newer models, the same thing. They have kits for them. You can put lights in them. But these, when they came out, they didn't have no lights. But you could take that front cap off and cut it out and put a light kit in it. And like I said, it's modification. But when you buy the kits, it's a little cheaper. And those kits sometimes are better than the ready to run. It just, taking your time and following instructions and having fun. Sometimes it takes a little longer depending on what's your time frame. Some people, like I said, it takes a month, a few months, a year, 2 years. If you're working with a kit that has small pieces, you're gonna need that magnifying glass. you know, but you know that's the best I can tell you with this RC world. Um, one day we'll have something new in the house and we'll produce that and have that going around. But these vehicles, where we are thankful to have, and we are very humble that how long that we had them and how tough that they are, the durability of them. So and looking for a new vehicle, not really. No, we have so many old ones here. We got enough here to just do a whole little thing. Now, one day I'll pull them all out for y'all so y'all can see that we have our construction crew, we have a racing team, military. Um, oh man, we have all kinds of stuff that's going on. Look, see here, we got a cranes, we have our 18 wheeler, we got Big Blue right there. We got in our trucking, we have Big Green. Okay, that's a KW, and then we have our Scania um, Silver Edition. That one came in a kit. Put that one together. If y'all just tuning in, please like and subscribe and double tap on that screen so we can get a like there. We appreciate y'all views. Appreciate y'all comments. Long they good. We right here. Okay, we appreciate y'all. So we're just gonna give you a little overview for a minute of this is what we call our overview for our RC cars, or recap, or what's that word, man? You just got so much going on out here. And once again, if you want some quality RC cars, check out some of our videos. Y'all see the ones that handled real well. And you guys, it's depending on what you're looking for, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because you might want, they have some RC cars that about the size of Matchbox and Hot Wheels out there, for you could do a little inside track, or when you're traveling and you're going places, or to de-stress. Yes, you can make your own little city. You can make your own little country town, like we do country towns, y'all. we like the country because there ain't nothing like the country. You know why the country is real good? Because if you do this, shh, and you listen, only thing you're gonna hear is nature, peace, and quiet. Unless you're in one of them rowdy areas. We got rowdy everywhere. Even even in the bougie neighborhood, they get rowdy. What's the matter? Y'all didn't know the bougie people get down too? Yeah, they get rowdy. Yep. Everybody walks of life. We all just had to have fun in life and find a place or thing that we like to bring us to. And on this channel today, right now, we are talking about our RC bills and vehicles. And we do other car shows and stuff like that. And that's also related to RCs. Because once again, these RCs are mimicked after cars, trucks, and vehicles, construction and stuff like that. So mostly when you see RC shows, you're gonna see some of these vehicles, especially the new RCs. You're gonna see them coming out with RAV4s, more new dualies, Ford Jeeps, Land Rovers. This is done. I mean, it's so much talent in this and so much realistic. That's what you want. Just like say, hey, if I came up and I'm down, let me just drop it a little low for you. If I came up like this here and coming around from that point there, look how realistic that looks. Okay, the front grill and everything. Then we come around, even have the little stickers in the window. Okay, that's what we talking about. The realistic and the licensed vehicles are most of the time more realistic than the others. Now I have one back there, the little Jimmy. Oh, I'm gonna just show you the picture of it. See it way back there in that corner right there? Yeah, the green one. Yeah, that one there and the Chevy there. Those two are licensed also. Okay, licensed vehicles. Look at this thing here. That's where I have mine set up a little. I'm gonna put more gear on it like this, but not too much, because they also add weight to it too. They come in plastic, metal, and it's different other material that you can use. But remember, it also add weight to your vehicle. So okay. Oh, there's my friend. Cock a doodle 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 do you do whatever, man. To you too. We appreciate all y'all out there. Thank y'all so much. Wow. This is a nice day out, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And you see all the animals out. And actually, it's a nice day to go trail finding. That's what I'm thinking. So stay tuned for some videos on that. But we were just getting you a review of our RC cars and updates and showing you how dependable that they are. And so if you have in the mind or in the future you want to get your RC vehicle or something gift for a friend, check out some of our videos and you see the ones that we have. We have the reasonable market area RCs, and you can get them from anywhere from $30 to $60, all the way up, you know, So you can save up for it. Like some of the small ones I mentioned earlier, like the size of the Hot Wheels and Matchbox, those ranging from 30, 60, 100 and up. Yes, that's right. The same prices, even though they're smaller. And each scale range depending on what kind of vehicle that you get. Like you get like the 10 scale, 1/6 and 6 scales and stuff. That's them big boy toys, y'all. Okay? That's them big boy toys. Uh-huh. Yep. Put some serious big boy emphasis on that. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna stay with the market is just right and you can have fun and still get the same quality um action from these RCs as the big boys and you spend less money. Right? So that gives you something to show you. I had these vehicles a good while and still running them hard and putting them out in open fields, rock crawling, putting them through a durability test. Was pulling the load with a vehicle on the back, the Bronco and the Ford F1, I'm sorry, F450 dually. They can pull something. I mean, they'll pull a load. Now that Toyota truck have a little tow hitch in the back. I can pull. Actually, I have a little trailer for it when I get ready to do pull. Look, squirrel, I ain't got time to be playing with you, man. Don't you see I'm videoing right now? Hey, buddy. Hey, don't you see I'm videoing? Man, sorry about the interruption, y'all. If it ain't the squirrel, it's the cat. Now, I'm gonna have to pick all this up, y'all. It's been sitting out here. See, this is a little trailer, and it can hook on, which I have the little trailer hitch for it back there. It can hook on the back of there and pull. But so it's so low, like I said, you have different scale sizes. So today reviews was from our Fast and Furious, our yep, you see it right there? That's it. That one right there. And that one right there. Now we got a couple more that I didn't take them out, but I'm gonna take them all out so y'all can see some of the old ones that still work, and some of them I'm working on, and some of them I'm about to rebuild, and that's gonna be the fun part. I'm finna take um, this one here, right here. I went to my on my birthday Extension Beach. Both of these two right here. Yes, they was they got caught by a sucker wave. Yeah. Yes, I was the sucker. And the waves like and but they made it out the water. Yes, they did. They were storm troopers. They made it out the water and we tried to wrench them off, but that didn't do no good. So one of my things is that I'm gonna do is rebuild these. Or you can get these. This one here is kind of hard to find, but this one here they have another version of this one. It's also like a basher, and it's real fast too. And but this one not. It's just rock crawling. This one here you can rock crawl and just act a fool with it. But this one here just rock crawling and trail finding. And yeah, that's our big boy for just playing on the beach. We got our beach crew. Most of the time be our tow trucks, y'all. Be our tow trucks to salvage out those vehicles that you just seen. But rebuilding them and putting them together is very fun. You just had to find what type of RC that you like within your budget. Because what fits for me might not fit for you. So you have different scales, but it all points to the same thing: having fun. And like I said, you could kit them up. That's even fun. When you start adding accessories, bigger motors, and stuff like that, or you just want to leave it factory. Now, those two right there are still factory, and I'm having fun with it. The Dodge Charger is still factory. The F450 had a little work done on it, so basically it's half factory. The Camaro still factory. The Bronco is still factory. I just repaired, just asked. for all those years was riding on. I had to put some shocks, lubrication in there. The shock, Earl. Uh-huh. Hydraulics. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. You put that on in there and that'll help them perform. And I did some videos on changing them out. This one was, see, look, that's what you want to see. And this one here, I had to do the same thing to this one. And I had to take them out there to test them to make sure that they was doing. Now these here, anything I was thinking about doing with the two low ones right there is to jack them up because they're good for drifting and racing, drag racing. That Dodge have a little bar on the back. You can put a little wheelie bar back there. So is the Camaro. That's by Lotus. And those, they have good vehicles. So all of them out here are good. I like every last one of them out here. That's why I mention them so much because they were very, I'm not getting paid by neither one of them. Okay. These things that I saved up and got the little kits, caught them on sale, y'all. Yep, that's right. In bargain shop. Shoot, what's wrong with you? You got some extra money, you can throw it my way. I won't be mad at you. All right. Now, but for enjoyment, like I said, you have different sizes of RCs and different things you can get into with just fixing them up by kits and something you can do with your family and friends, loved one, or whatever you're into. Then if you got a little chance, you could throw a little some dominoes on the table or some cards, go out there on the trails and when you find a lot of these cars like these here over here and this one here, the this one you ain't gonna see too many, but you'll find them because these bad boys are beasts. Yes, They don't want to let them play because they are beasts. They just go through there plowing through Now these here are once again are smaller, but they are very tough trucks. Okay, they are very tough little and it's stylish, man. Okay, and you can add your stuff on it. That one there, the racer, the truck, it can do a little rock crawling, pulling, and drag racing. Yeah, and street racing. Like I said, we have our Fast and Furious team, y'all. Uh huh. And we have our little group. We have a little fun time. So also Big Green is gonna be coming out in that Scania, you know, and we have our little trucking section. But we're focusing on this segment on a recap, a review of the dependability of our vehicles and the light little maintenance that I had to do over the years, and about batteries. Yes, the batteries, just like all different ones, but this one here, I gotta get these. I gotta get four of these. Let me hold on. Can we see it? Warning, upside down. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's get it. Yeah, 7.4. Yeah, I need at least about four more of these. So when I say four, I have two for each truck, right? So if I'm out on the trail, when one goes down, I pop it in. Or if I'm out on the trail, I only have one vehicle with me. I'll use the four batteries for that, depending on how long the trail is. Now, these batteries for the long vehicles right here, I'm getting over an hour of playtime. Okay, these over here for one of those little batteries, like 30 to 40 minutes, sometimes almost an hour, depending on the weather. But no matter what the weather is here, with these bad boys here, I had the battery up in there and ran it hard one day. Then unplugged it and came back the next day, ran it hard for about every day for about a whole week. And then that third week, no, about the third week, I charged it up, y'all. So that's some power, and these are did fast vehicles, and so all of them have but different sounds to them. Let me just show you, like this one here, the engine sound, and this one here, it just let me just I gotta turn. I always turn on my remote first because some of the RC vehicles. See, I still have it plugged in, man. I forgot to unplug it. Bad, bad. But sometimes you forget, you know, and try not to. But when you finish, it's good to unplug it. So I'm gonna power this one on. You can hear it like the Night Rider. It got disc brakes to it. You see that? Yeah, it got real disc brakes to it. Yeah, got little rocks in there. I've been up there. Um, it's dirty, y'all. It had to be cleaned out. And when you hear that sound on it, I'm gonna just turn it sideways so I can give you a little bit of it. But yeah, it has some good thrust to it. It's very fast and furious. You know, I just love them Dodge Chargers anyway. Yeah, I had one of them old ones there myself. I had a Coronet 4-door, and it was one of them old vehicles, special. Yeah, and like this one here, I had to barely touch the accelerator, the trigger on the RC stick because it's so fast. And when you go in reverse, you want to barely tap it. Sometimes you have to tap it a couple times because some of them have gears in them, like a standard, like a hypermatic, one low gear, middle gear, and fast gear. But this bad boy here, you had to dial it on your transmitter here to adjust it. Okay, and also your steering and all that. But like I said, I don't run this one too much because this thing here is fast, and I'm still trying to do the slow motion on it, right? And it have its battle scars already from being out there. But on this one here, um, what I did to this one is you can see the headlights in the front and the tail lights. It don't come with a light. I put a light set in it, but the lights have a little lid that closes, and I put a servo on that to close it. But I haven't been using it. Let me see. Will it work? Okay, right here on my cylinder here. That's why I have it tuned in. So when I press it, it's supposed to go up and down. But I had to still do a little bit more modification to the front. And what I mean by modification, see up inside of there is the little lens that sometimes right here, this little switch right here, supposed to open and close it. So that telling me it's jammed somewhere. So that's something that once again with these RC vehicles, you'll find some parts and things gonna work, and some you had to modify a little bit, and it happens, you know. But it's all in having fun, y'all. So once again, the recap and overview of our little vehicles. You can check more out by watching. Why I say that? Because you want to see them in action. Watch some of the old videos with Pee Wee and Shady and Thick Man and don't forget about me. And Fancy, y'all. That's the ones where we really running and chasing after one. They chasing after Pee Wee, fancy trying to catch Pee Wee. They on a search. Oh yeah, boy, that was a whole series. I think that was a month-long series, y'all. And let us know. Give us a tap. Are y'all ready for another month-long series? And you remember we had to do, maybe we'll do winter with Thick Man, Pee Wee, and Shady, and the two man, and we have them driving the other vehicles, pull them out of there, and drive those, and go do a little something. So if y'all like that, give us a thumbs up on it. If y'all like going over the information about RCs, Best Buy, the Save Buy, what you might want for the house or the backyard, or while you're traveling, or something you might want to race with your friends, or a hobby, So we right here. We have a little bit, and we can refer you to more. And just have fun, y'all. Enjoy your RC, and remember, keep rolling, keep smiling, keep joking, and let your mind explore. Build you something fancy or not so fancy. Okay, for your RC, or just get out to a park, or in front of the house, backyard, side the house. You okay? We keep it safe. We're going to keep it on ground, y'all. Keep it on the ground unless you got a drone or a helicopter or a boat. Okay? That means water or air. All right. And we'll be getting into those soon. And we thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to double tap on that screen. Tell a friend. Ben's Watch went on mine. We appreciate y'all, and roll on. Catch y'all on the next one.